Hey, welcome to Tuesday and welcome back to Jason Unleashed. How's it going? I'm your host, Jason Carter. Literally excited. Well, I shouldn't say literally because I am excited for today's guest. She is comedian, author, and the Emmy Award winning NAACP Image Award winning host of The Real, Loni Love. Yes, she's going to be here today. So excited. Huge fan of hers. We know we just saw her recently on Celebrity Unsecret. Celebrity RuPaul's Drag Race, and we've been loving her on The Real. We've loved her as a comedian. She's an author, 2 books, one coming out this June called... Well, I'm gonna let her tell you about it. You guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. You guys know the drill. You guys have any questions or comments, leave them below. We'll try to get some. It's hard to go back and forth, as I said, but as usual, I'm glad that you guys are here. I hope you are doing safe social distancing and just staying in there, hanging in there, and keeping busy while in quarantine. Hey, Trey. So yeah, Alani should be chiming in just a few. And I'm rocking the glasses today. I know you guys like when I wear the glasses. I figured I wouldn't wear the contacts anymore. You get tired of just doing this and open your eye, and today was just not the day, so I figured I would throw on the specs. Shout out to Movement for the great glasses. Thank you for that. And also, you guys are asking me, what kind of earbuds am I wearing? These are Jabra. I'll give you guys a scoop in just a few, but let's bring in Loni. She is in the house. Loni. I'm gonna need someone to create me a connection theme song where I could beatbox. Loni Love!
Jason!
Hi, I was beatboxing for you, because
I appreciate the whole look, honey. The glasses, the sweater, I don't know where you are to wear that sweater, but you go, honey.
Hey, do you remember, Loni, remember Waiting to Exhale when Robin was throwing the oranges at her boyfriend? She's like, you leather in the wearing summer fool. That's me. I wear sweaters in the summer. How you doing?
I am doing as good as possible. I'm blessed. I'm healthy. And so I'm not going to complain.
I love it. It's great to see you. Oh, so much to talk about. Where to begin? Let's talk about your announcement today. The voice of Bridezilla, WeTV, the voice of Bridezilla. That sounds crazy. How she's the voice of Bridezilla. Let me push you back a little bit, but that's incredible. Congratulations. How are you feeling?
Thank you so much. Bridezilla's, for people that remember, was a phenomenon for over 12 seasons. WeTV decided to bring it back. And so it is actually a lot more spicier, more of the culture. Ooh. Is in there.
Spicier. Yes.
Yes, it's much spicier. But we also wanted to celebrate love. We want to show different forms of love. So people are going to be really surprised. I actually am the narrator. I'm writing jokes for it. And it's a good ride. It's going to be a good ride.
A natural fit for you. Loni, as I said in the opening, you have done some things in your life. Okay, so you are an Emmy winner. Yes, you are the author of 2 books. One from 2013, Love Him and Leave Him, but Don't Get Stuck with the Tab. Yes. Great book, dating advice. And now you have this new book coming out in June. I Tried to Change So You Don't Have to. True Life Lessons. I tried to buy it, and I can only pre-order it, which I did. But I did read the first 20 pages. I read the first 20 pages. Yeah. And how incredible is this? The first book was you giving just an account of how to navigate dating. This new book, though, seems a lot more personal. Tell us about it, because I feel like we're seeing the evolved Loni as an author in this book.
Well, I think it was just time. I think people know me from The Real, but they also don't understand that I had a life and a career way before The Real. And also, I wanted to give a book to my fans because I wanted them to know that you could come from a place where you don't know anybody, where you don't, your cousin ain't in the industry. You ain't got an uncle that has an accounting department that can help you. You can actually come from like not knowing anybody to becoming an Emmy winner. I was raised in the projects. I talk about all of that, but also I think it's time for us to start accepting our flaws. Mm-hmm. And that's why I titled the book, I Tried to Change, because, at first I thought when I was doing comedy, I had to do it like a man, and I was telling all these penis jokes, and that wasn't what I wanted to really joke about, but I thought, okay, that would get it. That didn't work. Then, I said, well, I'll fake it till I make it. I'll be this, rich, and didn't have no money, but was trying to fake it and was, overcharging my credit card. So talk about that. Then I was trying to be a rapper at one point. I was Missy 2.0 before Missy. I tried to be the sex kitten. That's all. I got pictures all around.
It's look, shades of Loni, and see what people don't know, and which I find is truly fascinating about you, is that you have a degree in engineering. Okay,
Yeah.
so you said, and I think your story is inspiring, because a lot of people, Loni, in any capacity of any industry, sometimes they're afraid to take a risk. You grew up in Detroit, Brewster Projects of Detroit, you're close to your family, and the book goes into all of that. And you decided one day to just say, you know what, bump that. I like to make people laugh. I want to connect with people. I'm going to do that. And you took that risk. What was that moment like for you when you said, I can't live this way anymore? Let me go and find my passion. Do you remember it instinctively, like clearly?
I was sitting at my desk. I talk about it in the book, but I was sitting at my desk. I was unhappy because, especially being Black female, I had the boyfriend, I had the good job. So I was supposed to be happy. The next step was traditionally, I'm supposed to be getting married. I'm supposed to be, finding my church home. I'm supposed to be doing all these things, right? And I was like, something inside of me just was not right. And so one day I went to a comedy club and I said, because I've been doing comedy, I did it a little bit in college and I talk about that. But I went to the Comedy Store here in Hollywood. And I saw all of these men doing stand-up, and they were doing their jokes, and, and they were talking about women, and they were laughing and everything. And I'm like, where are the females? And there was one female. I never forget it. It was one female. I don't remember her name, but she just had one point of view. And I was like, wow, it's only one female. Maybe this is something that I can step in and show my point of view. And so from then on, I just decided, I'm going to be an untraditional person. I accepted who I was, that, I'm not the person that's going to get married and have kids and all that kind of stuff. And I talk about all of that. And what I want people to understand is you have to find yourself. Yes. You have to find who you are in life. Life is so short, Jason. We know this. I mean, who would have thought we would be living in a pandemic? Who the hell? I'm supposed to be on the road somewhere. I'm supposed to be with Nene Leakes and Sherry Shepherd. We supposed to this weekend. All of that is gone. Yeah. So that it tells you, if you don't learn anything about this pandemic, is that life is short. And whatever it is that is inside of you that you really want to, do, and as long as it's legal, you better try to
do it.
Try to do it.
I love that.
Do it. So,
I love that. The book is out June 23rd. And just want to say thank you for the awesome internet. You are clear. You are crisp. You are here. You are here. Loni. Again, like I said, so much to talk to you about.
This ain't no Teddy Riley Wi-Fi. There's no Teddy and Nelly. That's a damn, all that money they made.
I know. The dial-up, Loni. That dial-up.
Okay.
You have been for 6 seasons. I would say you are the glue that holds the reel together. Yes, all the ladies of the reel, you guys are this great, wonderful, beautiful gumbo of just beautiful Black women and talent and opinion and connection to your audience. That's why you guys are Emmy winners. You were nominated many times before, won the Emmy, and last week we saw a different side of Loni on Celebrity RuPaul's Drag Race. And look, I'm on the show, Loni. I had no idea you were on that episode. That's how good they keep it a secret.
Wow.
But Loni, what was so incredible was how vulnerable you are. And you're vulnerable to millions of people every day on the reel. But it was a different Loni. Tell us about that journey, because I watched it twice. It may have shed a tear with you twice, but how relatable you were and how you talked about being different.
First of all, about the reel, anybody who watched the reel know we all cry, but I have the ugly cry. See, that's the problem with me, is that, that's what you saw when I was doing Drag Race. First of all, I want to give a shout out to RuPaul. I want to give a shout out to Trinity the Tuck.
Yes.
Just awesome. They're just awesome, and I always wanted to do it. When VH1 came to me, they said, "Hey, we want to try to do something," and I was like, "Okay, well, you know, what's the incentive for me to?" Because I already dress in drag every day for the real, and they were like, "Well, it's for charity," and I was like, "Okay, it's charity. I'll do it for charity." But the experience, it was like we did it for 2 days. We had to do it for 2 days. The experience was something that I will never forget because it does open you up. And the thing about drag is that people need to understand that whatever you're trying to be, you can become that in drag. So I became Mary J. Ross. And it was just all those feelings of, you know, being accepted was coming up. And it was like, that's what made the waterworks. The problem is I have the most ugliest cry. Everybody cries on top of it, but me, and once I start, I cannot fucking stop. And I'm like, oh, stop it. So, but it was a great experience, though. It really was.
You're okay. Your ugly cry is not as ugly as Kim Kardashian, so you have that going for you. Stepping out on the main stage, though, and by the way, can we talk about you not being blended? I felt your pain. I'm like, how could you, Trinity? How could you not blend her? That's so rude. Who does that?
No, you know what it is, Jason? I really, because I want to show people the pictures. I really think it wasn't so much about blending. I think it's lighting.
Yeah.
People got to understand this, and I have this problem on the real too. When you are a dark-skinned sister like me, you need light. You need light. Light-skinned girls, if you notice on the real, I'm the blackest person, the biggest person, but I'm really like, and I had to tell them, you guys got to put a light on me. I need an amber light.
But look, you had the RuPaul lighting package though. That lighting package will have you dewy and looking.
That's on the stage, but Jason, in the workroom, that light wasn't, because I was like, woo. No, and that's just being truthful. I appreciate, but people don't understand, especially when you're you know when you have a lot more cocoa, a lot more gold in you. You have to have lighting. Like I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. This is an amber light on me right here, Jason. This is an amber, because everybody go, "Oh, you're so golden. You're so golden." And I'm like, yes, but then if you change the light, look. If you change the light, look at this is my face now. Change the light. Oops. Come on, Loni. You got it. Okay. That's changing the light. That's a bright, just flat, white light on my face.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not as flattering.
If you put an overhead light, woo, wait, what's happening, Lord? Okay. you got to go. It's all about the light. This is like a blue kind of light. Blue light on especially on our skin is not good. You have to have some type of gold or amber type of light on.
Right.
And so what you saw on RuPaul, it was like, and it was some blending. I have to say there was some issues with the blending, but you know, hey, we were just trying to get through it at a certain point because it was just a lot. Okay?
Well, you did though.
I had a fabulous time though.
And you looked fabulous stepping out onto the main stage though for the Eleganza Extravaganza challenge in that gown. And then the challenge, you slayed 5 to 9. Loni, you have to look back and be like, I did that, because it was so good to watch. And then your fashion, even Michelle Visage, who is, you know, probably one of the harshest judges on the show, celebrated you. That had to feel good.
I just want to thank. See, that's the problem with the blending. See, that's a filter. See, that's
shade.
What the hell is happening? What the hell is going on with my face? No, really, it's like to be able to, because what we did, there were two custom costumes that we actually made. One was for the 9 to 5 musical, which was you know, us doing the 9 to 5. It was this.
Yeah, it was great.
What happened was we decided to have a long sequence outfit, and then it would be a tearaway, and then I would have a throwaway wig. When we initially did it, I threw away the wig and everything.
And it came off, yeah.
So we had to redo that. But the hardest part about doing the musical was actually the dance steps, because you only had like 12 hours to learn.
And Jamal's crazy. Jamal's intense. Jamal, but you know
Jamal
what?
ain't no joke.
No joke, no joke. But in the end, though, it was probably one of the best. And I've seen a lot of. I mean, I've seen a lot of Drag Race episodes, and it was so good. And I think that it, one, Dress for Success, the charity that you won $10,000 for. Well, I mean, just all around, just was a good feeling, a good energy. And I was shocked to see you, honestly. So, because I'm serious here, Loni, millions of women and men alike watch The Real because there's nothing on television like The Real that is representing. Yeah, you guys are a safe space for women of color, but hey, men of color come through too and enjoy you guys. And you are this confident, effervescent, jovial, funny person. Then we saw this vulnerable, shy. Who would have thought Loni Love, who's a Cancer, by the way, is shy?
Well, look at that. Who
So good.
you don't want people.
So hey,
I'm not shy. To answer your question, I don't think I'm so shy. I'm more humble.
Yeah.
I'm very humble about the things that are happening to me, but I'm also amazed. And so what I like to do is I like to share what happens for me because I want that to inspire other people. There's so many new artists. There's so many up and coming people. There are people, and there are a lot of people that, like, they've raised their kids and they've done their career, and now they want to try something different. I want to try to inspire them, and that is the reason why when you say you're so vulnerable, you're so sensitive, it's because I know where I come from. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I know a lot of people and I hear their stories, and I want them to know that if I can make it, you can too, but you have to have a plan. You can't just, people be trying to quit. I'm quit my job and I'm gonna be a singer. Wait, hold up. Do not
pump the brakes, yeah. Loni, what I mean by, but no, I celebrate that vulnerability and that shyness and that different side of you, because we're not monolithic, we're not homogenous, we're multi-layered. We're all these things.
The big words.
Man, come through, Carter. I am a journalist, by the way, but it was just great to see you. That so okay. Question for you, and everyone wants to know in the comments: are we going to see Mary J. Ross again on The Real? Maybe.
You know what? It took a lot to make Mary. I didn't even take the outfit with me, but you know what? If we can make it happen, I would love to let it happen again. I mean, I would love to have her come back.
I love the picture.
If we can find the outfit, we got to find that outfit and that wig. We did have the wonderful Vanessa Williams come on, and I don't care what y'all say, Vanessa, that was a setup. She is a beauty queen. How the hell I'm gonna be a beauty queen?
You won the mini challenge. Stop it. You definitely competed.
I won that mini challenge because I look like a man anyway. Okay, it was us looking like men. Come on, Jason. That was a given. That was gonna come to me anyway. But to be a beauty queen, that was a setup. That's the only thing I ain't like about it. Set up.
Let's get back to the book because, like I said, it comes out June 23rd, and again, the title is incredible. I tried to change so you don't have to. True life lessons. In the first couple of chapters I got to read because Amazon wasn't giving me the book yet. You're very effusive about where you come from, Detroit, and how you loved school. You're going back to your alma mater to give a commencement, or you're going to digitally Cass Tech.
Yes.
In Detroit, you're going to give the commencement speech. Like nostalgia. What are the feelings? Is it amazing?
It's amazing. It's amazing that that I lasted this long. All the drinking I do, I'm like, his Lord has a purpose for me. Okay. So when they came to me and they asked me to do the commencement speech, I said, y'all sure? And then they were like, yeah, we're sure. And so we announced it on The Real, and so many people, I was just surprised at how many people were just elated. Detroit is, everybody in Detroit is funny. When people say, where you get your humor from? Everybody in Detroit, everybody from the mailman to the wino, we all crack jokes. But we're hardworking people. So I have something very special planned for the students. Since they can't actually walk, we will be walking in my own Loni way. So, but it's truly, that's what I'm saying. These are like the honors that I never thought. You know, think about the fact that I grew up in the projects during the crack era. I cannot, and this is not me bragging on myself. This is me bragging on God. People got to understand you have to have some type of faith. And I've always had some type of faith, but I always knew that God had some type of purpose for me. And I ask people to find your purpose. That's what I want people to do, because when you find your purpose, things like this start happening where you making a commencement speech. Now you got to write one. I'm like, whoa, now I got to sit down in the corner and think about what I'm going to say, and stay sober for 72 hours. So this is what is going to happen. We're going to have a good time. But these are just milestones in life that I'm proud of, and I try to represent my city to the best of my ability.
Well, you wrote 2 books, so I'm sure your commencement speech is going to be amazing. Amazing. You have your hand. Well, I want to hold on. What you just said, yes, because I mean, so many people in the comments like preach Loni, and you're right, and everyone I've been talking to while we've been in quarantine has really touched on Loni about purpose and figuring that out and trying to find it and allowing, because I think you have to allow, because sometimes, especially, look, I get it. I didn't grow up in the projects, but I know what it's like to come from a family that doesn't have much, and you have to go out and make things happen. My mom said, Jay, you want new clothes? There's a Walmart and a McDonald's down the street. Get a job and you can have whatever you want.
That's
and you have to, right. And you have to make things happen. So sometimes people feel that if they aren't making it happen for themselves, that it'll never happen. You got to put in the work, but sometimes you also have to allow for things, put it out there and just allow for it to happen. Do the work, but just sit back and also be present in it. And that's hard to do. And I think now that we've been forced to do that, because I'm talking to you from my living room. We now have the opportunity to stop and figure out what we want. So thank you for shedding your experience and your successes in life, because you are successful. Like I said, you have your hand in so many things. You're now a fashion designer. Ashley Stewart, fall summer collection, Loni Love, giving me just off the shoulder realness. Let's talk about that. That's great. The fashions look awesome.
Thank you. If we ever get out of quarantine, what happened? No, you know what? This is the reason why I work with Ashley Stewart. And you guys, you can still order online. The reason why I work with Ashley Stewart, I only try to work with brands that want to help our communities. Ashley Stewart has a lot of stores. They're all closed right now, but the CEO is still paying the employees. Some stores are opening by appointment, but also this is a brand that wants to help us as a community. They give away scholarships. They have this wonderful event called Finding Miss Ashley Stewart, where plus size women from all over the country can enter. And to me, that builds up your self-esteem, that builds up your courage, and know that all sizes and shapes are beautiful. So that's the reason why I actually like working with Ashley Stewart. That's why I chose to work with Ashley Stewart. I only want to work with brands that want to help our communities and give back. And sometimes you got to force them to do it. But in the case of Ashley Stewart, I didn't have to do that. So go to Ashley Stewart. You'll see all my fashions. Because of the quarantine, we usually do a big, photo shoot. We weren't able to. So me and my boyfriend James took a couple of pictures, and it was the worst photo shoot. He can't see. He got the glasses on. It was a mess. It was a mess, Jason.
It's okay though, but it's for a good cause though. Listen, perfection doesn't matter when you're doing the good work. When you're doing the Lord's work, Loni. Leave James alone. You have James out here sometimes, putting him in harm's way.
He just don't. I was in the lighting, and I already told you. I gave him the speech about lighting and black folks and stuff, and he can't see, and the glasses, and so we just did the best that we could, and he was like, okay, this is what y'all got. So
and we're here for it. You mentioned giving back, and I would ask you what you're doing in quarantine, but we see it all the time with Quarantine with Loni, a talent show where you're giving people the opportunity to showcase their talent. And Loni, you have over 1 million followers. So it's like the Black American Idol on your Instagram.
You know what? There's some talented people out there.
I know.
I was like, I am blown away. And so what I decided to do was every Saturday, just to keep us in the house, keep us entertained, I'm like, well, hey, y'all want to sing? Or your grandbaby can recite the 23rd song. Some people are horrible, but some people, they're really, really good. And we support everybody. We encourage everybody, but you know, okay, all right, baby, sing, baby. You know,
Hey, remember Little Magic from Living Color? Kim Wayne, Little
yes.
Magic.
What I found in doing it, and we also have like a celebrity guest judge.
Yeah.
It's a surprise person, but we've had like CeeLo Green, we just had Rodney Jerkins, we've had Deborah Cox. We have people that actually care and they watch along too. And it's just, we're just becoming this community on my Instagram of people that support each other. We want to play games, we get through it. A lot of essential workers, but you know, a lot of talent out there. And so we're trying to help them to you know, get some exposure. I didn't realize how many people, I mean, they have their SoundClouds, they have their Instagram accounts, and they can blow or they can act or they can dance, you know. So I'm really happy to do that. It just kind of came, it just evolved. And so I'm just going to keep it going. We give cash prizes, so you guys have to check it out on Saturdays, to the top male and the top female. And it's just something that's just wonderful and beautiful. You know?
I love it. I love how you said it just evolved, because much like what we're doing has been an evolution. It's great to see the people just hopping on using social media for something good, you know, and giving people an opportunity. I want to know though, and people slid into the DMs today, Loni, and they asked me, they told me to ask you, Jay, when is Loni going to have a Netflix comedy special?
I'm working on it.
About time. It's about time. Because, Loni, I've seen, I'm sorry, some of these.
You know what? We tried. You know what? It's like, you know, we comics, y'all are tough crowds sometimes. Y'all can be tough. But the problem is that I have been so busy doing all these. I have another secret project that hopefully I can announce over the summer. As a comic, road comic, I like doing the live performances. The problem is that with these Netflix specials, they hold them a lot of times.
Yeah.
And I tend to be a person that I joke like immediately. Like, you know, when the president of the United States talking about, you know, I'm taking hydrochloroquine. It's like, what are you doing? You know, but when you ask him certain questions, it's like I immediately. That's why I like doing the reel, because at times on the reel, if I come up with a joke, I can do it immediately. But the thing with the Netflix specials that it's more evergreen topics, you know. Right. You know, so now I have a lot of relationship stuff. I have a lot of stuff from quarantine that I think people can relate to. So with that said, then I'll be taping, you know. So,
love it.
But that's really what it is with me, you know.
Well, hey, I mean, whenever it comes, we're here for it. Because like I said, I watch a lot of comedy specials, and and I mean, funny and comedy is like an appetite, right? Not everyone's gonna like shrimp and grits. Maybe you want some bacon and eggs, so you're not gonna vibe with people. But I just thought, like, why doesn't Loni have a, you know, whatever? But you brought the real, and you guys have pivoted so well with COVID-19 and the show, and still being able to have that relatability and that I don't know, it's like such a safe space to watch TV, you know. Where does Loni Love see herself? What's the next step? I mean, you have books, you have television, you're friends with Ellen DeGeneres. Yeah, I mean, people love you, but where does Loni Love want to go next? Like what like
I'm really
cooking?
trying to do a late night show, and people that know me know that I really want my own late night show. The thing about being on daytime TV is really, really hard because you have to conform to a certain, there are things that you can't talk about. There are things that you can't reveal. And it's really, really hard to do that. And I do explain in the book why I actually signed up to do the reel. Because initially that wasn't supposed to be what I was doing. I've always been working on my own show, because I'll never forget Chelsea Handler. I was on Chelsea lately, and Chelsea told me, she said, Loni, you know, if you get actual choice between doing your own show or being on an ensemble, choose your own show, even though it may be frightful or fearful or, scary. Do your own show. And at the time, I didn't understand what she meant by that. But when you're a Black creative, you have to have control of what you put out there. And it's hard to have control when you're not the executive, when you're not the producer.
Sure.
And so when you see the real, you see, yes, we do have some points where we can talk about things or we can have some weigh in, but mostly that is a studio show, which nothing is wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with that. But I would like to have the chance to do a Loni show, completely me, where I can celebrate my culture, my people, where I can celebrate this country, where we can laugh, where we can, I can, give a chance of exposure to, undiscovered talent. That is the kind of show that I'm working on. And that is what I will continue to work on. That is my goal. And, to have fabulous people like you come on and we chit chat and laugh and, because that's, the thing about this pandemic is it is getting us to our core. It is stripping us of the makeup. It's stripping us of the phoniness where we could just get on and we just like, let's just get on. My hair is halfway done. I throw on some lip gloss and let's do it. That is my ultimate goal. And in between trying to get to my ultimate goal, you have the things like the reel, you have the bridezillas, you have, little movies here and there. That's for me. That's what I want viewers to understand, is that when you have your ultimate goal, that doesn't mean that along the way you don't take other things.
Right. Sure.
Still take the other things, but what is your ultimate goal? Yeah. And then once you, and enjoy the journey. The thing is about all of this, at the end of the day, I am enjoying all of this. I love people. I love to see their faces. That's why I became a comedian, because I love to make people laugh and see the joy on their faces. And right now, in this time, we need as many people as we can to help people relax and have levity and release. So I think the purpose right now for all entertainers is to entertain as much as we can. But whatever your goal is, I don't care if you're not in entertainment, maybe you're trying to open up your business, you keep that goal. You stay, whatever your goal, but enjoy your journey as you're trying to get to that goal. Because, honestly, I might not get that goal. Now, if I don't get to that goal, at least I can say, well, I got an Emmy, I got 2 books, I got to talk to Jason.
I'm speechless. No, normally I'm not speechless. Right now I'm speechless. I don't know what to say, Loni. You are incredible. Look, we are manifesting that for you. We can definitely see a Loni late night show. Everyone in the comments is like, they're here for a Loni late night show. So that we're gonna see that. And we claimed it here first on Jason Unleashed, okay? And I'm gonna be your sidekick. I'm gonna come on and do, I don't know what I'll stir your coffee. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
No, you will be my update for all the pop culture. See, I'm a producer. I know. I instantly can tell where I can use somebody. So I know talent, and I know, and you have it. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
And we just need to make sure that you have the availability. You deserve to be on TV as Ryan Seacrest. You know what I mean? Ryan Seacrest got 15,000 jobs. You know what I'm saying? Give up one of them damn jobs, Ryan.
Preach. You hear that in the back? You hear that, Ryan? Give me a job. Loni, it has been, thank you for the kind words, 1. 2, it has been so refreshing. And you mentioned levity. Thank you for bringing the levity today. And it's been an honor to talk to you. I'm so glad I slid into your Instagram live and your publicist was like, don't stalk my client. I'm like, I want her to come on my show. What do I got to do to get her on my show, dude? Like,
oh my God. Well, thank you. It's been a pleasure. I'm glad you did stop, because it's been a great conversation.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you, Jason.
All right, same girl. So we have the new book, I Tried to Change So You Don't Have to, True Lessons in Life, out June 23rd. Bridezilla returns on WeTV this fall, and then you have some Ashley Stewart. Go online, shop the collection. It's awesome. And then some top secret stuff that's going to be coming down pretty soon from the one and only Loni Love, yeah?
You're gonna be really surprised when they hear that one. So
Boom! Loni, you take care and thank you so much for your time and stay safe, okay?
take care, Jason. Bye bye.
Bye.